to you.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Welcome to Jay Adams Brawl Call.
Hey everybody, Jay Adams, United Century Bank Arena in Miami, Florida. You know, it's not often that you have 3 or 4 fighters on a fight card who are undefeated. How about 7 fighters in a lightweight tournament, all undefeated tonight here at the United Century Bank Arena? It is Championship Fighting Alliance. That is happening tonight. A lightweight tournament, unprecedented. I don't think even the UFC's ever had 7 undefeated fighters on a card. Add to that the fact that we have 2 outstanding UFC veterans. We have Efren Escudero on the card. We also have Big Sexy himself, Sean McCorkle, on this card as well. All that and much more on this episode of Jay's Brawl Call.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Championship Fighting Alliance. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time. Let's go.
I am now here with the promoter of CFA, George De Noval. And George, I'll tell you something. I've been able to go all over the country doing cards and having a good time doing shows in all the different states, sometimes in different countries. I'll tell you, this card you've put together at CFA here in Miami tomorrow night is outstanding from top to bottom. I'm sure you worked your butt off, but a lot of things had to come together. A lot of luck had to come together. You got a lightweight tournament. Every single fighter in the lightweight tournament is undefeated. You've got a main event that's crazy and a co-main event that's crazy. Are you just about to, you ready to go pass out now that it's all done and everybody's weighed in? Was this like the most work you've ever done to date?
Yeah, I think you've said it all. It's an amazing card. It's taking a lot of work. But here at CFA, we don't sleep. That's all we do. We work hard. We put good shows. We put out good production, good fighters. We spend a lot of time going after these kids, going after these fighters. They all look good physically, mentally. It's going to be a hell of a fight tomorrow. That's all I can say.
What a professional presentation, George, by these fighters, too. Everybody making weight. Everybody making weight, and you could feel the energy in the room tonight during the weigh-ins. The energy was palpable. It was like electricity in the air.
Yeah, I think things paid off. I mean, we are a good production, like I said, very professional, very business-oriented, and you know, the fighters did the same thing. You know, we don't play around. You know, we all came on weight. They're all very professional, and that's what we do here in CFA.
Well, FIU will be the place. Doors probably open, what, 7?
Oh, doors will open at 7. We're going live at 7:30 on our website, cfafights.com, and then our pay-per-view is going to start at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, you got some UFC vets, you got some Strikeforce vets, you got an entire tournament of undefeated lightweights. This card is going to be awesome. Don't miss it. George, thanks, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you, Jay. It's always good having you here.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Here with Chris Garcia. He will be taking part in the lightweight tournament tomorrow night, CFA, right here in Miami at FIU. And, you know, Chris, as I was looking through all the data sheets on all of the lightweights in this tournament, one thing really stuck out, and that is that every single lightweight in this tournament is undefeated. That is, I mean, tournaments are already awesome in and of themselves, but the fact that all the lightweights are undefeated really makes this tournament exciting.
Yeah, it's an exciting opportunity. You know, we got a bunch of great guys. Like you said, all of them are undefeated. You know, really get to test our skills early, and winner's going to come out and feeling real good about themselves, you know. So hopefully that'll be me. So.
And what's great about this one is not only is it a tournament, but now you're going to guarantee yourself a 3-fight deal, because this fight goes all the way through September and October with a big purse at the end.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, in the sport of fighting, especially in the beginning, you never really have a guarantee. You could fight tomorrow, you can fight 3 months, you know, you never know. And having this outlined structure, this way this organization is handling it is great, you know, really professional.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys out there. It's going to be a very exciting lightweight tournament. Good luck tomorrow night, Chris.
Thanks a lot. See you guys tomorrow.
Good job.
You're going to see a big height and reach advantage for Georges, but he gets taken down immediately. Back up to his feet. Both men battling against the cage with the over-under position. Ooh, Georges with a nice knee in the inside there. Now standing southpaw.
As you said, big height advantage for Georges, who had an extremely tough cut. Some people at the weigh-ins were upset that Garcia tried to make him keep coming back to the scales even for a quarter pound, but that's strategy.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to give your opponent an unnecessary advantage.
A lot of money at stake in this tournament. Chris Garcia is doing everything he can, trying to garner every advantage he can, perfectly legal and smart, frankly.
Yeah, you're supposed to very elusive with when it comes to Garcia's striking, but Garcia having success with takedowns, and he just planted him again on the ground. He's cross-side. He's got Georges pressed against the cage. He tries to transition to mount, does so successfully. Not a good position for Georges to be in early in this fight.
Oh, for the armbar.
Yeah, he transitioned beautifully to that. Looks like he's got the arm extended.
Tapping out at 2:26 of round one. Chris Garcia taking every advantage he could of that positioning. He finishes off Rock Georges halfway through round number one and stays alive in this lightweight tournament.
better person to talk to than Mike the Wolverine Rio. Mike has the opportunity of a lifetime. He's very stoked. He is going to be fighting UFC veteran Efren Escudero. And Efren, you know, he's been around a long time, and I know you are very excited about this fight, Mike.
Oh, I'm ecstatic about this fight. Ecstatic. There's like no words that can explain to how I feel.
And you were saying, you know, you're honored to be in there, and you're so glad that Efren gave you this opportunity. But you earned the opportunity. You're an undefeated fighter. Your thoughts on how you guys match up in the fight?
I think we match up very well. We technically have like the same background, except, you know, he's got, you know, better jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. But all in all, we're both like hard-nosed guys. We're both tough as nails, and it's not going to be like a passive fighter versus an aggressive fighter, or two passive fighters versus each other. It's two bangers going at each other, and it's going to be, I personally think it's going to be fight of the night. Exciting fight.
He's got a lot of experience on you. How do you think that experience factor will come in? You're a younger guy. It's kind of a little bit of a youth versus experience.
Oh, man, this is experience. I do have plenty of experience, not in the MMA world as much as Efren does. You know, you got to tip your hat, give him respect for that, because he's been around for a long time. But you know, it's a young man sport. I mean, I'm not technically older than him, but in the world of MMA, I'm a little bit younger than him. So it's a young man sport. I'm looking to make my name. I'm looking to just show the entire world what Mike Rio has. So.
And I know you were saying that you were getting ready for another fight earlier on. So in a way, you took that training right into your next set of training. So you've been training, what, 3 or 4 months for this fight now?
Yeah, I was training for June. Like, my management team be prepared for June, be prepared for June. And that's what I did. I trained like an animal for June, and then June fell through. And a week and a half, 2 weeks later, they found me Efren Escudero, and I was like, yes. So I just went right back into training. So I double trained for this fight.
Co-main event of the night, Mike the Wolverine Rio will be taking on Efren Escudero, and I know that has definitely high potential of being fight of the night. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, nice low leg counter. Now he's got Rio in a front headlock, jumps to the guillotine, and that looks pretty deep.
What does Rio have to do?
Rio's got to get to that far right side. He's got to bury the right shoulder to give himself a chance to breathe. He's trying to pop his head out. He's working on the grip. I can't tell how deep it is right now. Escudero doing a good job of staying high on the neck there. He's trying to curl over to sink that choke deeper.
So Efren Escudero, any chance that Escudero decides at some point to give up on the choke, that his arms might gas, that Rio can breathe?
I don't know. I mean, he has it pretty deep. It looks like he just repositioned his legs with the guard. Rio appears to be okay. I mean, you do definitely got to be concerned about gassing yourself out, squeezing this long. But he doesn't seem to be giving up on it. Mike Rio appears to be okay. I just saw him look at the judge, and he's got his hands in a good position. I think he's working on the grip, and he appears to have his chin tucked.
Looks like it's trying to pop out there. He's out. Whoa! Mike Rio's out of the choke. Oh, my goodness. Whoa!
Yeah, Rio showed great composure to get himself out of a bad position. That choke looked really deep in the beginning, but Escudero wasn't able to get the finish.
Now Mike Rio tries to stay in the mount, maybe regroup, get some air back into the lungs, clear the cobwebs.
Yeah, now he's on top. This is where he wanted to be. Landed some ground and pound. We'll see what Escudero has to offer from his guard. Yeah, now you got Efren's picking him apart on his feet a little bit, chopping him down with low kicks. There's another one. And right now, Rio doesn't really have much of an answer. He's pressing him into the cage.
Take him down, Mike!
You know, it's interesting. Mike's working, you know, in the clinch here, and if he's starting to try to take him down, it's kind of confusing to me because he had him in a position where Escudero was on his back before, and he chose to allow him to stand back up, only to make himself have to work for a takedown, which is...
They're letting him go. They're letting him go.
Oh, man, good exchange. Neither guy getting the better of each other. It's Escudero in this front headlock position. We've seen him drop to the guillotine twice before in this position, especially when Mike stands up like this. Watch him being cautious with the knee there as Mike had the hand down still. Good wherewithal from the veteran.
Well, it's down to the last 30 seconds for Mike Rio. It's going to take a finish here if he wants to walk away defeating the UFC fighter. This is it right here.
Oh, nice combination by Escudero. He drops in for the takedown, pressing Rio against the cage. Rio hunting for the choke, though. Oh, and it looks to be fairly deep as Escudero had to kind of spin out.
And that is it for this fight between Mike Rio and Efren Escudero. A lot of mutual respect.
Hecho en México, Efraín Escudero.
Here with Big Sexy Sean McCorkle. And Sean, understand you will definitely still be fighting tomorrow night, but it's not going to be against Mike 300 Hayes. He has just dropped out. Do we know what happened with Mike Hayes?
The word I got was that Bellator would not give him an official legal written release from his contract. I guess he's still under contract with them. They have mafia-style contracts, from my understanding. So he couldn't get out, and so we were forced to find a replacement on like 6 days' notice, I think.
Not an easy thing to do. I know the hype was really big for you and Hayes. There was some bad blood, a lot of negative communications going back and forth on Twitter with you guys. What does that do to your psyche? You were all set for Hayes, and now you got to get ready for a guy you don't know.
It's a little tough because I know literally I've never seen him fight. I know nothing about him. I know he's in trouble. That would be my guess against me because I don't have to make weight for this fight. So we were going to do it at 285. That was one of my requests when they switched the opponent last minute. I was cutting hard, and then he told me last night he wouldn't make it, so I can do it unlimited, weight. So I should be about 300 pounds when I get on the scale after eating a bunch of pancakes today. And don't expect me to gas out at all tomorrow. People are going to see the difference in my cardio when I cut to 265 and when I don't. So
I know that was a big thing to you, too. You were wanting people to see what you're capable of. You were not happy with your gas tank in your last fight, and you said it was going to be different this time around. Have you had a chance to see any tape on your new opponent?
Nothing. I have not. I've seen him just in person here, so I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's a ground guy, stand-up guy, or whatever, but I hope he's been training getting punched in the face a whole bunch because that's where it's going.
Well, you're the big dog on this card, and give us your thoughts of this card. It's an exciting card. There's a 55 tournament. What do you think of the tournament format? Every single 55er on this card tomorrow night is undefeated.
I think the guys running the CFA are brilliant, and I'm not just kissing their butt for the interview. Some of the ideas they have and the money they're putting behind this, someone involved with the promotion has some money, because the video production is first class. The way they treat us, I mean, this is real similar to fighting for the UFC. I mean, in every way, it's been just like fighting in the UFC, you know, on a smaller scale. Even to the pay that I'm making, you know, has been really, really good. So I hope to. We were talking yesterday about maybe doing a 3-fight deal with them. Hopefully we can work something out. I love Miami too, because I'm into Latin women. That's like my thing. They're not so much into me. It's the weirdest thing. Like gay guys, 300-pound black women and cougars love me, but I can't seem to crack the demographic, the Latin woman demographic for the most part. But I'm working on it. I need to work on my Spanish or something.
You got to get the Spanish down, and plus they need to know your nickname. I think if they know your nickname, Big Sexy, that might turn things around for you.
Yeah, I think so. If they know what I'm known for as being maybe not the best looking dude in the world, but for a dude my size, I never seen anybody as good looking as me. Like I've not seen a 6'10" dude as good looking as me. Stefan Struve certainly wasn't. You know, Christian Moorcraft looks like something out of a Frankenstein movie. So anybody that's my size or taller, I'm typically far better looking than them.
Let's talk a little bit about Struve and Moorcraft. You were on an absolute tear, undefeated, doing great. You won your first fight in the UFC, and then Moorcraft and Struve put a little bit of a hiccup in it for you. What are you looking to do? I know you want to sign a long-term deal with CFA. Eventually, you're looking to get back to the UFC. What are your plans?
I would like to fight in the UFC at least one more time. I would like at least one more shot in the UFC. I would really wish they'd raise their weight limit. It's not like they're going to do it just for me. They wouldn't do it for Lesnar, you know. So I would feel so much better. Maybe I'll get liposuction, get every ounce of fat pulled off me, something in order to make the weight easier. But it's I'm the king of excuses, so I use that as an excuse. If I gas out tomorrow night, it's because the last-minute opponent changed. So I always will have a reason. But making 265 for me, I posted a picture on Twitter at Big Sexy McCorkle if anybody wants to check me out or talk bad trash to me or whatever. I posted a picture of me the other day at 305 pounds from about 2 weeks ago with abs and pretty lean at 305. So to make another 40-pound cut from that, that's why I look like I have cancer or AIDS when I weigh in at a UFC event. Like, people always ask why I don't do anything funny at the weigh-ins. I'm like, because I'm almost dead, like literally about to die, like standing there. So I go and get an IV after every UFC event. And I walked in against Moorcraft at 292 and was still dehydrated. But I was 292 by the time I ate and rehydrated. So I'm getting really good at cutting the weight, just not good at dealing with the consequences of doing that to your body. So.
Well, I know the CFA is very high on you, Sean. They love the way you can talk up a fight. They love the way you perform when you fight. So we certainly hope in Florida that we see a lot more of you. We hope you sign that 3-fight deal.
I hope I can get it done, especially if I can get Amanda, the ring card girl, to talk to me. But I don't know. I'm working on her. But I do want to thank Throwdown, since I'm a whore. I want to thank Throwdown for sponsoring. They've always taken really good care of me. And All Out Fight Gear, which is right here, where there used to be abs before I ate pancakes this morning. All Out Fight Gear stepped in and sponsored me for this fight also, so I really appreciate it. I found when you're not in the UFC, the sponsorship money isn't quite the same. You know, like I called Tom Atencio, and he wasn't really interested. So do what you got to do. But yeah, no, I'm happy, man. Like I said, I want to get back to UFC eventually, but not in a rush with the stuff I've got going on now. So.
Well, good luck, and stick around in Florida, and good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Well, he's going to get a taste of Big Sexy right now.
Big Sexy says, I really want to improve my stand-up game. We'll see if he stands and trades with Beeford at all. We know Big Sexy has ground game. Oh.
McCorkle hit him with a big shot, dropped him. Now he's on top in half guard. He's going to look to separate. He's working for the Kimura. Beeford wisely locking up the body, trying to avoid the Kimura there. I'd expect you're going to see McCorkle try to separate and start to utilize some ground and pound here. And Beeford's just hanging on for life.
McCorkle looks very calm in there. Beeford does too. Beeford's not panicking.
He knows he doesn't want to allow him to separate. And you see McCorkle, he's hunting for that arm. He's working for the Americana, now back to the Kimura. And this is bad for Beeford right here. This could be all she wrote.
McCorkle has great submissions.
And he's a big, strong guy, and if he gets that arm, you might not get it back.
Now he's tapping out right there at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Sean, Big Sexy McCorkle taps out Cameron Beeford relatively easily.
Yeah, and you saw McCorkle had that arm extended, Beefert was tapping. The ref didn't see it, and McCorkle didn't crank it. He actually told the ref that he's tapping and avoided hurting Beefert unnecessarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Championship Fighting Alliance. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time. Let's go. Yeah.
It was a great night of fights here at the U.S. Century Bank Arena in Miami, Florida. Championship Fighting Alliance. I hope you enjoyed it. A great lightweight tournament. And, of course, Big Sexy, not disappointing. You know he's always going to give you a good show. And how about that co-main event? Could you believe it? Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Jay's Brawl Call.
Picture everybody. Graceman! Oh, big right punch to the chin. A spinning corner right here, left, right. Oh, Joe Kennedy's in all kinds of trouble.
Champion of the world. How's that sound to you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Championship Fighting Alliance. Are you ready?